What's up guys, Jordan here. Today we're going to talk about the future of digital marketing. So future trends to look out for both now and in 2021 and beyond, both for digital marketing agency owners and also any business owner that wants to stay ahead of the curve with their marketing. But before we get into this video, please do make sure you are subscribed with your notification bell turned on, and let's get started with it. Okay guys, so as a marketer or as a business owner, it is so important that we stay on top of the curve, okay? We stay ahead of the trends. I think a lot of people can get overwhelmed with how Facebook ads can be increasing their spend and how Google ads can get more expensive and how globally all these new advertisement platforms are popping up. It can get overwhelming and we can often forget that we need to embrace change in the marketing space, opposed to being afraid of it. So I want to talk about some of the hottest trends right now that you need to embrace and certainly look out for in the future. The first one being AI, artificial intelligence. Now I've spoken about this before, but AI is all around us. It's unavoidable. Netflix and Google and Amazon, all of these companies, they literally have individual teams who are responsible for implementing AI nowadays. I think literally a couple of weeks ago, Netflix brought out The Social Dilemma, which is a documentary about how social media platforms are literally built to make us addicted to them. I would recommend you watching it. But one of the interesting concepts, or not even a concept, one of the interesting things they speak about is how every social media platform builds a digital avatar of their users. So every single person who uses Facebook, for example, has a digital avatar which is created from all of the things that we do online, whether that's liking pages, statuses, the photos that we like. They even track whether you've looked at a photograph of your ex, which was mind-blowing for me, and some of the data which is actually tracked that you don't even realize is being tracked. But all of this is building this digital avatar of ourselves. And the more complex and sophisticated that avatar is, the better and more refined targeting can be for advertisers. So in that sense, AI is certainly something which we need to embrace. We need to welcome with open arms, because the more developed and complex those avatars get, the better it is that the better our targeting will be for our advertisement efforts. So the other thing I wanted to mention was we've got chatbots, which is AI-based. We're already integrating with chatbots all the time. Chatbots is something, if you've got a company, you definitely should be embracing, especially if you're a local brick and mortar company. You don't need to be manually replying to messages all the time. You don't need to take somebody through a customer journey manually. You can create a chatbot to do that for you through AI. AI is literally expected to grow to a $190 billion industry by 2025. And I read last night when I was researching for this video that 60% of companies are using AI to drive digital revenue towards their companies. Now, there are also AI-based ad creation tools. One called AdX, which I used about 6 months ago, will literally create adverts based on the information you input on its platform. But I did input one of my most profitable e-commerce clients about 6 months ago, and it pretty much flopped, right? I'm really profitable, about 8 times return on investment on Facebook. On AdX, it was probably around 1 to 2 times, okay? So it really flopped. I was really disappointed. So I don't think that technology is quite advanced enough to be creating adverts for us yet. But a lot of people are scared that, like, hey, when AI gets really complex, then it's going to replace advertisers. And that simply isn't true, because these platforms are literally built on the basis of advertisers. They make all of their money from us. We are the product, and so they won't want to replace us. AI is going to be a tool for us. And when we can do AI-based targeting based off customer files, for example, imagine the day when you can upload a customer file, their hobbies, what they like to do, what the kind of their age is, where are they based, a full customer avatar, and you can upload that onto a targeting-based system, and it'll suggest all of these different audiences that you can run. That's when we really are going to get a benefit from AI. So certainly is something that we need to embrace. And as soon as I figure out any or find any AI-based tools which really work, I will let you guys know. But we're always testing things out in the Affluent Agency. Yeah. So that is AI. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is voice search. It is said that 55% of all American households will have some kind of a smart speaker with voice search by 2022. I mean, we already have our mobile phones. We've got Siri and Amazon and Alexa. I mean, pretty much everybody has a smartphone these days. And so it is becoming ingrained in our everyday life. I mean, I use it to set timers. I use it to turn my lights on and off through Philips Hue. It's something which was alien to me a year ago, which is now a very, very regular thing or regular occurrence in my life. But it's also created this entirely new industry called voice search shopping, which is a $2 billion industry right now. You can literally buy products from voice search, from Alexa or from Siri. It's expected to grow to 40 billion by 2022, which is the crazy thing. So it's going to be huge. And the way I'm thinking about it is, how are we actually going to get our products on the top of that search? Because there's only going to be like one product at the top of that search, maybe 3. Alexa isn't going to list out 5 to 10 different companies or 5 to 10 different products which you can buy. You're going to get fed up with that. It's going to be like 1 to 3 products. And so is that going to be really, really good SEO that gets to the top there? Or is it going to be paid advertisement? Now, judging by the way that the world works and money rules the world and all of that stuff, I'm betting it's going to be paid. And so therefore, there's going to be a huge opportunity for marketing agencies to offer voice search as a service. And maybe we'll see the birth of entirely independent voice search dedicated marketing agencies. It's really, really going to be interesting to see how that paves out. And again, it's going to be something which companies need to start thinking about. How can we ensure that our products are SEO rich, are voice search ready? Because you're going to have shorter descriptions, and surely it's only going to work for certain products which you can explain over voice. It's going to be a really, really tricky industry to predict, and definitely something that we need to keep our eyes on, especially if you're selling products in the online space right now. Now, the third thing to talk about is blockchain technology. Many people think blockchain is just cryptocurrency and a decentralization of currency as we know it. And whilst blockchain is all about decentralization, it has so many other uses rather than just cryptocurrency. And just to explain very briefly how it all works, probably a really crap way of explaining things, but I'll do my best, and I recommend you doing your own research. At the moment, if person A wants to send money to person B, we have to go through a centralized bank, okay? So we're going to that bank and it takes a cut off it, and then it goes to person B and probably charges a really large fee if that's international. With blockchain technology, if person A wants to send money to person B, they make the request, okay, which gets verified by all these other nodes on the network. It gets verified by all these other people on the chain, which then say, yeah, okay, this is a legitimate transaction. It then gets stamped and goes over to person B, okay? So it's verified by the entire network, opposed to it being just one place, okay? Which makes it much more secure, much more reliable. And it also creates this data trail of all the different blocks from the past, okay? All the previous transactions. Now, this can be used in an advertisement sense in Facebook or Instagram, for example, when advertisers are spending money online. Every time we bid and we get purchases, or every time we show our ads in front of people, this could be creating this blockchain based data trail, which would make advertising more secure. It can be used to get rid of fake spam bots and fake accounts online, because we're going to know the origin of every single account out there. It can just be used to enhance security on all levels within our companies, as well as fraud and chargeback requests. I mean, a big problem in the online space is a lot of companies get chargeback requests and fraud through credit card theft. If blockchain technology really becomes something which is implemented within e-commerce, then we could see a massive decline in those fraud-based transactions, because those transactions would then be verified by blockchain technology. Jesus, I sounded so uneducated saying all of that. But to somebody who understands blockchain, they will understand what I'm talking about right now. Blockchain is something which is... it's going to enhance security all around, and it's something that we definitely need in the social media space right now. Number 4, influencer marketing. Now, I know what you're thinking. Influencer marketing isn't a new trend, and it's not, but it is... oh, shit, sorry, the door's going. 1 second.
A few moments later.
Trainer day. Okay, quick pause. Because... crep check. Look at these bad boys. They are nice. OAMC Adidas collab. That's probably not how you say it. Typo 8s. Look at them rude boys. Nice. I'm going to Ibiza next week, so these are going to come in handy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Back to the video. Number 4, we were talking about influencer marketing. So, influencer marketing, it is changing the way as we know it right now. Gone are the days, well, not gone, but the days are going to be gone of where people or brands rely on these really big influencers to advertise their products. There is a distrust within the industry right now. People do not trust the products that the likes of reality TV stars are advertising, because people know that they just get paid to do so. The consumers are getting wise to this. A prime example in the media right now is Iceland, the massive supermarket. Their marketing campaign has always been getting celebrity mums to advertise their products, but these celebrity mums are so way up in the clouds and they've been getting paid to do this for so many years that the customers don't trust this so much anymore. So they've actually recently re-advertised with lots of real mums. I say real mums because these celebrity mums are still mums, but real mums in maybe the YouTube space or on the Instagram space, these smaller mums who have a more direct impact and influence over their audience. The introduction of the micro influencer is something that we really need to be mindful of. For example, if I'm working with one of my clients, I would much rather work with 10 small micro influencers than I would with one really large influencer, because those small micro guys are the ones that really have a hold over their audience. They're the ones that really care about their audiences. They're very closely connected to their audiences. And so I think we're going to see a massive shift in influencer marketing where brands will move away from the Kardashians of the world and come down to the real people, to people that actually resonate and care about their audiences on a much more intimate level. And so that's definitely something, if you're doing influencer marketing right now, you need to be focusing on micro influencers rather than these big guys, which people often distrust. Now, the fifth and final thing I want to go through today is interactive content. And this isn't just websites, but also videos and text. I think that hopefully, fingers crossed anyway, we're going to see the introduction to interactive adverts. We've already seen a few of them dotting around on Facebook, for example, where gaming companies, you've got a micro version of the game on Facebook. But what I would really like to see is interactive videos on Facebook and Instagram, or maybe even YouTube as well. There are lots of tools online where you can create interactive videos already. So essentially, you'll be watching a video and you'll take someone through the buyer's journey through the video. For example, let's say it's a pet store. They can have a video coming up and it's like, what's your pet? And it'll be like a dog, a cat, or whatever. You click on the cat and it continues that video out based around a cat owner, or they click on the dog and it continues the video around a dog owner, right? You can create interactive videos which will essentially take someone through an entire funnel without the need of having to have this elaborate website-based funnel. You can literally do that on a video these days. I would love to see advertisement platforms introduce that, and I really do think they will. Also, interactive-based text, if we're then changing things, if there's elements of the ads which are interactive, maybe a quiz at the start of, let's say it's a quiz on a poll on Facebook or something that comes up, content which will then show based off your answers to that poll. That's the kind of thing that we really want to see happen with interactive advertisements and interactive marketing, and something which is already happening in front of us. Certainly companies, I've seen a lot recently, a lot of companies have been creating quizzes to dequalify their customers. Dequalification is something which is a very, very hot sales strategy where essentially you push your customers away. You say, hey, let me make sure you're a good fit for us, which is something that we do in our own marketing agency and we teach other marketing agencies to do. And so people are doing that for their online products, especially in the info product space. People are having a lot of quizzes and a lot more interactive based content, strategy calls, chatbots, anything which is enabling someone to not just feel like a number. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people are getting tired of in advertisement. It's saturation of very mundane basic adverts. The gyms which do a very, very simple 7-day free trial without actually putting in the extra effort to make sure that that trial or that training session is bespoke to that person. An introduction of interactive adverts and quizzes and funnels is something which will enable people to provide a much more personal service or a much more personal offering to their customers rather than just throwing out generic offers. So guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. There's many more things I can talk about. I've got a really massive upcoming podcast coming up this week with one of the biggest marketers in the entire world. He's got almost 1 million followers on YouTube and has clients which are the likes of Google, and Microsoft and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to unveil who that is right now. It's going to be absolutely massive. I'm going to talk about his opinion on the trends of digital marketing on that video as well. But yeah, that is the end of this. Please do share down below. I want you to share with me what you think we need to keep our eyes out for. What are the things that I have missed out on? And also share this with someone or a business owner who will get value from it as well. And yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers.